Your boy's got a great schedule. So I have plenty of topics. So we'll be doing this once again. You guys smash that like button. Your boy is back. King is back, and the champ is here. Now, being said, let's talk about it. I'm gonna go as long as I can for a few minutes. I gotta get my son to his appointment, and it's cold as I don't know what out here. Now, a lot of people are waiting on your downfall. Oh man, when they smell blood in the water, they come after you like flies to shit. And a lot of y'all wonder why I speak about moving in silence. Well, it's because none of these people can be trusted. You got to understand the name of the game, okay? People are out here having miserable lives. And if you're on top, well, they feel like you're just in their way because there's not enough room for everybody. And with this lack mindset, you have a lot of people competing with you. And man, once they think, yeah, you guys, if my lips get ashy or any part of my face, you got to understand, 20-mile-an-hour winds, maybe not that, you know what I'm saying? But it's definitely windy out here. So it's not going to be, a pretty boy podcast. It's going to be just raw data and information type. So look, man, they want to see you fail. They want to see you go down. They can't stand to see you shining. And whenever the opportunity arises, and again, I'm not trying to, beat a dead horse with this, but just like with that Cooley situation, as soon as that guy has some negative press about him, you see a ton of people running to make negative content, which is crazy because to my knowledge, I don't think that Cooley dude, I don't watch much of his content. I've seen some of the videos, obviously, because I react to stuff. But I don't think that he normally goes after content creators. Hey, what's going on from France? You know what I'm saying? Bonjour. What's going on? What's going on? Appreciate you joining. Jules. Now, I don't think that dude normally goes after people. So it's like, why would these podcasters go after a podcaster that don't go after no one? He just goes on there, has his guests, and minds his business. What's going on? What's going on, fam? Bonjour. What's going on? You guys smash that like button. Shout out to the International Soul Tribes and the Wolf Pack globally. You guys are the dopest to ever do it. I'm back on day shift. I work for myself, but I'm done staying up all night. You guys, I was overdoing it. I was enjoying the time. Okay. But I'm trying to be an adult. So I'm back on day shift. All right. But yeah, just like I was saying, that Cooley guy, he doesn't really go after podcasters. He don't really start nothing with nobody. And to my knowledge, I could be wrong. And he just has guests on and he'll drill those low IQ guests. That's about it. I don't understand it. And then as soon as this comes out, and I believe the research was done by no other than a black male. So it's super weird, man, how these people are out here waiting on you to fail. And it's only Cooley because he's one of the bigger podcasts that's doing that whole thing still where they invite women on. So he was just next up to bat. So any of you guys that are podcasting, any of y'all could be next. You have skeletons in your closets. I'm just being real, man. I'm just being real. You guys smash that like button. You know what I mean? I only got a few minutes out here. I only got a couple left, but I wanted to get out here and have this conversation with y'all because this you have to move in silence. You can't tell people your plans. You don't have coworkers and friends at work. Man, dude, if you have any kind of motion, nobody likes you. I'm gonna tell you straight up. Nobody likes you. No one's your friend. and you need to move as such, right? Just stay, it's not being cold, but whenever something happens, expect for it to happen. Any kind of press is good press. You got to spin it and use it to your advantage, even if you have to lean in on being the heel. You know what I'm saying? And do what you got to do and be the villain. Who cares? You know what I'm saying? Who cares? Just do what you have to live as you. I knew it. I knew something was going on. I knew when all the people in here dropped the chat that something was going on. Well, look, you guys, that was a dead zone. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, look, I appreciate y'all that joined up until the service dropped. I appreciate you guys, you know what I mean, for subscribing, that like button. But again, man, it's about staying focused, dude. Like, nobody likes you out here. Don't expect to have any camaraderie. Don't expect for anything. Now, there's some a few good people out there. I'm not gonna say everyone, but they'll let themselves be known, right? If they're vibing with you, they'll let themselves be known, and you know what I'm saying, y'all, wherever y'all do it. But most people don't like to see other people, get further along than they are. It bothers, it triggers demons in them and insecurities. It does all kind of things. What happen is you'll have people with secret animosity, and here's the gems of the video. You'll have people with secret animosity, and they don't want to come out right if they have it. So what they do is, like I've said before, they disguise it with either constructive criticism or exposing you and riding the wave. So it's like, oh, you don't see me talking bad about Cooley. I don't give a shit who he's married to. The information he puts out is detrimental for young men hip to the game. So who cares? But when I see people jumping on this bandwagon to try to crush him out and expose him and all this other craziness like this, you get to see the people who are either one, jealous of him in some type of way and have been waiting on something like this to happen so they can disguise their jealousy and hatred towards them and their envy as just making content and criticize them a little bit, having a good chuckle, right? And then there are others who you can tell that are just completely pieces of shit who just make content, man, to make content and have videos come out to ride whatever algorithm because they're just brain dead and they don't know what else to do, right? One of those two, man, you know what I mean? When you see people jumping on stuff like this, and again, don't take offense, take my words with a grain of salt. If you're one of the people that feel like I'm talking about you, or you can take it any way you want to. I don't give a shit what you're going to do about it. You know what I'm saying? Nothing. Exactly. I always like that because that's who I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, they really are just waiting for the opportunity to express their dislike for you, but they couldn't have done it at any other point in time because there wasn't an opportunity to do it without seeming like a hater. So this is how a modern hater disguises their hate. They just wait for the something to come out about you and then jump on the bandwagon and blah 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 blah. So you got to move in silence, man. You can't tell nobody anything. You have to allow your soul tribe to find you, and even then you have to vet, and even then you have to keep things to yourself, and even then, furthermore, who is so cold out here, man. You have to take everything with a grain of salt. You can't take it personal. Now, if you want to retaliate in certain ways, of course, but don't allow them to use, social norms to try to make you feel like you're doing something wrong by defending yourself. Don't do that. They'll do that all day long. Oh, this guy's getting sensitive. Well, you probably shouldn't just go poking bears, man. Like, you don't know what's going to happen. And you assume that they're going to act a certain way based off of social norms that, you're taking advantage of by running your mouth about them. But you might run into somebody who they don't care about social norms, and they'll say whatever they got to say and do whatever they got to do, especially when it comes to men. So you got to be really careful out here, man. There's some true savages out here that you guys just want to make content might end up on the wrong end of, man. And like that Cooley situation, I think with this Mr. Let Go or whatever, you talk junk about certain people that aren't built the way you are, and you can get online and whine and construct it to where it seems like that person's erratic. It doesn't matter. You will have to face the consequences of your words, especially being a man. You might run into them on a panel and not know you're going to, and then next thing you know it, you know what I'm saying? You got to watch your mouth if you're not about that life, and it doesn't matter your verbiage. Cowardly words are cowardly words. Somebody calls you out to do something or whatever, and you ran your mouth about them as a man, you got to step up or shut up. I don't want to hear none of this cowardly, he's doing too much. That's your opinion. For men, they handle their business and be like, so what are you supposed to do? Call you out. You got something to say, call you out, man, whenever he runs into you, whatever. What you going to do? You get with your groups of other people that are cowards and use the internet as a weapon to make y'all's cowardism seem like it's the more moral thing to do. But when you don't have it in you to throw hands or really back up your words like that, you really shouldn't be online running your mouth, because it's not taking the higher road when you don't have it in you to really defend yourself. You know what I'm saying? If you're not really a warrior, then you're not taking the higher ground, moral ground, by not trying to participate or not be held accountable for your words as a man in real life. You know what I'm saying? So when you internet people run your mouth about, he tried to get physical, well, you're a man, you're not a woman, and there needs to be consequences to your fucking actions. You people online, you want to be able to run your mouths and make content. No, 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 no. Some people are going to hold you accountable. You will run into them. This world is smaller than you think, and it's going to be like, hey, what did you say? What did you mean by da 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 da? And it's either put up or shut up and run back to your channels and whine and, he's being a barbarian. He's doing da 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 da. Cowards are going to do whatever they need to do to save their fragile egos whenever they're being held accountable in this real world by a man with real world consequences. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, furniture moving, consequences and repercussions. Now, women can talk online and they're, man, look, it don't mean nothing. You as a man, don't get caught up in this liberal propaganda. You will be held accountable by grown men that handle their business the way that we used to, old-fashioned wise, because that's what kept cowardly men from running their mouth. So you don't understand. Cowards have always run their mouth, but they knew better with certain men. Now y'all can get on the internet and act tough, right? And then you can use the social construct. This guy's being belligerent. Da, 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 da. It don't matter. Everybody don't agree with you running your mouth and not having consequences. So do what y'all need to keep doing or whatever. But it's seeming like, men are starting to step back up into their masculinity and be like, listen, let me tell you something. Remember, you know what I mean? And look, I'll fight anybody. But remember, that dude is like 6'3", 6'4". You're online feeling safe from your desk. Whenever you run into him, though, it's going to be a different kind of energy, bro. I'm telling you. That's why you don't need to be jumping on bandwagons and trying to talk about holding men accountable, and you can't even hold your fist up. You don't need to be doing that stuff. It sounds nice, but in the real world, and most of y'all look like y'all wouldn't even bust a grape, ain't never done nothing, ain't never swung a fit, none of that. So y'all really need to calm down with all this talking. You're not women. Get out of that feminine energy and know that you might be held accountable for the words you say online because you want to make a little bit of money off some views. Real men aren't going to warn you about wanting their respect. All that about it, bop, yapping online and trying to make it seem like he's doing something wrong. Every man is different, and every man will be held accountable for their words. You might not like the way you're held accountable, but you're still going to be held accountable. You might feel like he's doing too much, but you're still going to be held accountable. Not playing with you. Watch your mouth. Don't go around talking about people for views. You know what I'm saying? Use a little bit of discernment. Think about things a little bit. Or otherwise, man, you might catch the wrong one at the right time. You know what I mean? And it might not make that dude no never mind. And you just want some views. Man, you better look up that Khabib Nurmagomedov or whatever and Conor McGregor fight. Conor was running his mouth too much to promote that fight. And that dude damn near killed him in the ring. You better watch out. Men are built different. Anyway, you guys smash that like button. Go ahead and subscribe. I appreciate you, James, for showing up and dropping the messages down there and the knowledge in the comment section for the algorithm. I got to go take my son to this appointment. I'll be back on here probably while he's in his appointment, and we'll chop it up a little bit more. Till then, love and light. I'm your brother, and I'm out.